Moonlight. So Moonlight follows the story of a little boy named Chiron, and Chiron happens to be a very quiet little boy who lives in Miami during an unspecified time, but I'm gonna say late 80s, early 90s. Chiron is particularly quiet because he is confused within himself about his sexuality. That and his place in the world. We follow him along from childhood to teenager to adulthood, all spread out in 3 parts, where he struggles to find who he is, his love interest, and his relationship with his mother. That's all I'll pretty much say without giving any spoilers to you guys. This is a spoiler-free review. I'm just going to tell you what I liked about the film, what I didn't like, hit you with a rating system just like this one, let you know if you see it in the cinema, rent it, or maybe just avoid the film completely. Moonlight, I can guarantee you, is going to be one of those films that ends up on those top 10 list of films that went over your head. In fact, it was only playing in one theater in my city, and I had to drive a bit to get to it. And honestly, this movie was worth that entire car ride. Some of the things I really enjoyed about Moonlight, definitely the structure of the film. Now, like I said, I don't want to give too much away because I think this is one of those films where I don't want to say too much, because there isn't really a whole lot to spoil in the film, but it's the discovery of where things end up in the film that are fascinating to watch. Another thing that surprised me about the film is I ended up liking the 2 characters that were changing between each act, that being the character of Kevin and Chiron, the one who share a love interest in this film. It's fascinating to see their love blossom from when they were kids to when they were teenagers, and how that's changed throughout them being adults now. Each 2 actors that end up playing those characters of Chiron and Kevin did a good job in building chemistry with each other, especially the characters who played Kevin, because Kevin is a very outgoing type person. A standout for me that I also enjoyed is Mahershala. Sorry if I butchered that. He plays basically this mentor to the childhood version of Chiron. He also becomes this sort of father figure for Chiron, and his acting in this film is very well done, and I also enjoyed his character a lot. But the beauty in this film all lies within the storytelling and the arcs that go on throughout this film. This film is not just about the love story between Chiron and Kevin. Honestly, there's a lot more things going on in the fact that Chiron is trying to figure out who he is and his inner struggle of what he should be. Also, there's an arc going on about his struggle with his mother, who happens to be a drug addict, and of course the constant bullying and teasing he has to face because of the location and neighborhood he is growing up in. Another big positive I'm going to give this film is the music they use to capture the tone of the film. This film has some beautiful cinematography, lingering on shots, long moments of pauses, and all that is mixed in with beautiful, elegant music. You don't think The Streets of the Hood would go with Mozart, but you'd be surprised how this film is able to pull that off. It was honestly the perfect touch to this film, and whenever this soundtrack comes out on vinyl, I'm definitely gonna get it. Really just a beautiful masterpiece, a well-crafted film by a director who I can see doing great things in the future. I can't wait to see what else Barry Jenkins ends up doing, because this is his first noteworthy film. Really looking forward to his future work, but if I had to move on to some of the things I didn't enjoy about the film, I'm gonna start off with the pacing. I don't know if pacing is the correct word to use here, but I do want to inform you that this film is about 30 to 40% silence. Like I said, there are a lot of beautiful, long, lingering shots of a person's face or of a situation going on, but those long, lingering shots really add up, and I can guarantee you 30 to 40% of this film is complete silence. Don't get me wrong though, not every time it was used it was a bad thing. In fact, most of the time it was used, it worked out well, but I'm just saying those times really add up, and it might just leave a few people bored because this is a slow-paced film. So forewarning for a lot of long, silent moments with a lot of talking and not much action going on, which is something I do enjoy from time to time, but I understand there's people out there who do not. That's really the only negative I had when watching this film, is that I felt they did abuse that silence factor a few times throughout the film. This is honestly one of the best films of the year, and I can guarantee it will definitely be up for Oscar potential. I don't see how it could not. If it's playing in your area, please go out and watch it. Do not let the homosexuality factor bother you, because even if you're not a person who can relate to that, there's still so much more in this film to explore. There's the factor of being alone or of being an outsider. It's not just the fact that because he was gay he felt different. There were other things going on in Chiron's life that made him feel like an outsider. And I'm sure everyone has gone through that feeling like they just don't belong. So there is that relatability factor. It's not just the fact that this is about a gay person, and if you're not gay, I guess you're not going to understand this film. Because to be completely honest, the love relationship between Chiron and Kevin is actually not that big of a part in the film. I would say there's other arcs within the film that I don't want to spoil that are just as big a part as the fact of Chiron and Kevin falling in love. I highly recommend this to anybody who's a big film fan that enjoys cinematography, good music, good acting, really just an all-around amazing film. But please guys, let me know what you agree with me on, what you disagree with me on. Please let me know down below. As always guys, I'm Chris, and I leave you with the 3C Film Review. Take care.